Welcome back to America's Retirement Headquarters, home of the Retirement Guys Formula and America's Medicare Associates with Scott Kerschner and Dave Ross. 419-794-3030 is the phone number. The website is arhq.com. Here's a forewarning for the next time that you head into a restaurant. The waitstaff, well, they are likely judging you. Here's two servers who posted recently on TikTok.
We're waitresses. We're gonna get upset when you order Coke and a water and only drink the Coke.
We're waitresses. We're gonna laugh at your jokes because you pay our bills.
We're waitresses. We're gonna tell you your food's almost ready when we most likely just bring it in.
We're waitresses. We don't have the authority to turn down the thermostat just because you're cold.
We're waitresses. We're gonna judge you when you and your boyfriend sit on the same side of the booth.
We're waitresses. We're gonna have an attitude when you come in 10 minutes to close.
And in all fairness, having waited tables in college, very much. Every single one of those things. When somebody brings in their retirement accounts during a first meeting, I have to wonder, do you judge? And how do you explain something in the plan that might seem out of whack?
You know, that was really good. Listening to the We're Waitresses, so you really did that? I mean, you would judge people like that?
I mean, you kind of have to.
Well, you can judge people when they walk in and say, oh, my gosh, these people. I remember I sold cars for a short period of time, and people would come in, and there's no question the salesman would judge. They'd say, these people don't have enough to rub two nickels together. And it was funny because those were always the people that would say, this was back quite a few years ago, but they would say, Z-Bar rust proofing. Oh yeah, add on that. Add on the chrome trim package. Add on all of this stuff, and you knew you couldn't get them approved through financing because, we were judging them all the time when they walked in. I can't afford to judge people now. I deal with all types of people that come in for Medicare. The thing with me is I deal with people that have millions of dollars, and I deal with people that have no money at all, and whether you're on Medicaid and Medicare, or whether you're just on Medicare or just on Medicaid, all of the people I deal with, Dave, they have the same needs. They need health care benefits that are going to fit their particular situation and their needs, and for me to sit here and look at a client that comes in and kind of predetermine what plan I'm going to put them with is not doing what's best for the client, so there's, I can't afford to do that because it's not in the best interest of the client. And not only that, I really think that in the business we're in, maybe not as a waiter or a waitress, but in the business that we're in, people can read right through that. They know based on your mannerisms, whether you're judging them or not. They know that. Would you not agree? How do you handle that with clients that come in for financial advice?
I would absolutely agree with that. This is my 22nd year as a financial advisor. I was a school teacher and a coach for 21 years. And so, when I approach my business, I kind of look at my potential clients and my clients like I used to look at my students. They all are at different points in their life. They all have different needs. They all have different goals. And so therefore, our job is to help guide them down the correct path of what's right for them. And I would say this, and this may sound like a commercial, but I try to have a judgment-free number. If a client gives me their retirement savings, their Social Security statement, if they have a pension through their work, I try to give them a non-judgmental number of what they can count on without really having too much expectation. But I'll share with them that number. And you know what? Sometimes, Scott, they will say, gee, I realize that I have to start saving more, and I can do that. So when you start looking at people maxing out their 401k, if I say, you could put $30,000 a year with a catch-up provision into a 401k, there's a lot of people who say, I could never do that on my best day. But by letting people know that what they are currently putting in and what they possibly can put in, that just a little increase or a consistent increase as their pay increases will make a humongous difference in terms of what they can count on at retirement. And that's what I think we do here. We have a process here that is solid, and it addresses clients in every situation, and we just apply that. And I believe the people that come here and deal with us understand that we're here to help them, and we're looking out for their best interest.
Yeah, there's no question. When I have a client come in and I'm looking at different plans available, it's kind of like what I said in a previous segment about a lady that was determining her health based on whether or not she could take a prescription, right? Well, when I look at that, I have to put together what kind of a plan is going to be best for her. Because if you sit, one of the things I've learned if I just sit and talk and listen to what the clients are talking back, and they will tell you without telling you exactly where they're at and what their needs are, right? That lady telling me, well, what if I were to put off, maybe take that prescription every other month? Is that going to help with my donut hole? Well, that screamed out to me saying, here I have a situation where finances are a major issue. They make too much money to qualify for Medicaid, but they don't make enough money to spend, for some of these medications. They don't make enough money to spend, $3,000 or $4,000 or $5,000 in that, out-of-pocket expenses. So you kind of look at that. I will tell you a story. Hey, I think everybody does kind of do a little prejudging when somebody walks in. This year I had a couple of people come in. They attended a couple of my events. They came in and sat down and met with me, and I was able to, refer them over to, actually Chaz was standing right at my doorstep, and I brought Chaz in, and I said, Chaz, I've got this gentleman. I introduced him. The guy come in and kind of disheveled look. He looked like he just walked out from under a rock, and when he left, I said, Chaz, I hope you're able to help him. He says, Scott, you ain't gonna believe this, but that guy's got $750,000. I go, what? I would have never guessed in a million years. But, that's exactly why we don't sit here and prejudge people, because you just don't know what the situation is. So we're here to help, and we try to eliminate and take the judgment out of the picture. And if you're dealing with someone that is sitting there judging you or trying to pigeonhole you into a plan that's not best for you, or to a investment portfolio that you just don't think is right or don't understand, reach out to us. Let us know. We'd be happy to help you in any way possible.
Obviously, there is a significant difference between the food service industry and the financial industry. Different cut of employees, case in point. But it is worth repeating that judgment free when it comes to America's retirement headquarters. Perhaps there is work that needs to be done with your retirement plan, but by having that conversation with them, you'll at least know what those steps are, and then you can set yourself up down the line to hopefully have that retirement that you've been dreaming of. It all starts with that phone call, though, 419-794-3030, or go into the website arhq.com.